Hello everyone and welcome to Figure That and also the very first episode of Figure Chat. Yay! My name is Lisa and I will be the only one that will be presenting this series, mainly because my sister isn't really that into figure collecting. So I will be the only one that will be really able to give my opinion and will know what to look out for. I first had to decide between using either Figure Talk or Figure Chat, but decided that Figure Chat sounds cooler since it rhymes with Figure That. So yeah. What is Figure Chat? If you don't know by now, Figure Chat is mainly where I look at figures on MFC and I give my opinion on them. I can pick my own figures, like figures that will be released maybe this year or figures that have already been released and that had caught my attention. Stuff like that. And I also take suggestions from the YouTube community, the YouTube figure collecting community. I can also take suggestions from you guys. So if you want me to take a look at a specific figure, you can just leave the link in the comments below. I decided to do Figure Chat because I saw other YouTube channels doing it and I did really like it. It appealed to me. And another main reason is because I can't really collect that many figures this year. Because I don't really receive an income yet, just like tiny bits of money here and there in the year, so I can still collect, but just very little, perhaps like 5 to 6 figures a year. So I want to use Figure Chat as a way to still keep my channel up to date and still be able to speak, to live out my passion in some way. I do have a figure that's currently on her way. I got a tracking update today that said that she has just left the customs office. So yes, she must be here by Friday. Please, I can't wait any longer. Please. I also said that in my previous video that I was going to talk about a bootleg next, but that got delayed. I hope I'll be able to do that video perhaps next if I do get the time. My figure aesthetic is mainly cute girls with poofy dresses. I just want to say that now. So if I do reject your figure in a way by saying that I'm not going to get it, it doesn't mean that I don't like it. It just means that it's not my style. So yeah, cute girls, mainly my thing. Sexy girls, not really. Sometimes yes, if I really do like the character, but mainly cute little girls. Okay, so let's get started. I did get a few suggestions from people. On the Amino app, Figure Collectors Amino, and on MFC mainly. So first I want to start with Mirialda. Mirialda, if you're watching this, I actually do like your channel and I am currently following it and I'm trying to catch up to your newest videos. And I also did leave a suggestion for figures recently. My account name is NekoX, that's my own personal account. So yeah, just so you know that is me, the person that is talking right now. That's me, NekoX. Okay, so this is Yaya To-shun from In Musubi no Yoko-chan. When I first saw this figure, I browsed the pictures beforehand. When I first saw her colors really struck me. I think the colors are really great. She's from MN Toys. I don't really know this manufacturer. But perhaps you do, Mirialda, or you just don't care because you think the figure is just beautiful, so you just don't care about the manufacturer. I get it. Currently, I'm like that as well, but I am just a bit cautious about that. She's a 1/8 scale, but for a 1/8 scale, 28 centimeters, that's still almost a ruler's length. So, yeah, a really nice height, but it's mainly because she's elevated and she's on a very nice stand. She will be released in June. So hopefully that is going to happen for the ones that has pre-ordered her. I really will be holding thumbs for you guys. Not too bad price. She's rather big, so I think the price is decent. I already opened the tabs for this figure because she doesn't have any pictures other than these that were uploaded. So let's take a look at her. Firstly, I must say that, well, she does look good. She does look okay. She does look good. Subjectively, when I have to look at this subjectively, I'm not going to get this figure. Mainly because she looks very mature. I'm not saying I dislike all mature figures, but this one doesn't really fit into my figure aesthetic. I don't like her overall, in my opinion. But if I have to look at her objectively, I can see why people really love her. I mean, her colors are magnificent. She also has a really beautiful dress. Let me just go to a different picture. Her dress is really beautiful. I love the flower print on it. Her legs look really nice, and she has a very nice pose that's a bit different from others. And her stand looks amazing. I have to say that this is a very nice stand, and I really wish all figure companies will try to put more effort into their bases like this one. I don't really like fur on a figure that much. I know, Marielda, you love Tamamo, and I actually do have 2 figures of her on my wish list. So that is an exception. But in this case, I don't really like the scarf. It isn't bad, but it's just my personal opinion. And her breasts can look like can get a bit exposed. It is not that it's not sexual at all. I mean, not at all. But it is a bit on the edge for me. But if she had like a different face, and if she was a bit different, and she still had on that uniform, then I would have gotten her. But this is also something that I noticed. Very beautiful shoes, very beautiful shoes. I just wish they kind of try to. It's hard to see them because they almost blend into her skin. So I just wish they could have maybe added a bit more color. Let's try to look at her from different angles. At the back, oh, she has something at the back. Looks like a bag of some kind. Okay, that's a very nice accessory, and I love her hair. I love that it went like a gradient from darker blue to a lighter blue. I think that looks really beautiful, and it really fits the figure stunningly. So yeah, it does look like a bag. I am not sure what that is. But from the back, she also looks really nice. Not really much to say. So yeah, not really a figure for me, but I do understand why other people would want her. I do think that she would be, since she's not too expensive, I do think she would be a nice buy. Don't know who Amino Toys is, so I think perhaps just be a bit cautious. But if you do have figures from them and you have heard great feedback from about them, then I would say yeah, get her. I think she is worth the purchase. Okay, so moving on to the next person. I placed everyone in a bookmark list. All these are the figures that I've picked out. These are all the figures that will be released in 2018. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about them in this one episode. Perhaps just like 3 or so if I'm not going to talk too much about the suggestions. But we'll see how it goes. Next one is from Alana. Very pretty name. She suggested Saber, and as you can see, I wished this one. Yes, all the figures that stand out for me and that I do want, I immediately wish. Currently, I think I have almost 150 wishes. So yeah, I know a lot of people don't do this, but this is something that I do just to organize myself, and just because there are so many figures that I'm interested in, and I think it is the most effective way to manage them. Okay, so let's look at her. I think she is very beautiful. I love the kimono figures. This is a Aragaki figure. I love the Aragaki figures, the yukata figures, and the kimono figures. I think they look amazing. I almost want every single one of them. Saber as a character I also really like. I don't have a problem with Saber. And this figure is manufactured by Stronger, and as I know, Stronger is a really good company. I've heard from others they are really good. And she's a 1/7, so she won't be small. She will be rather big, and she's not standing on anything tall. So for 25 centimeters, she's a rather tall figure. She has already been released, so I hope in the aftermarket her price hasn't skyrocketed to. Woo! Okay, yes, it has. Her price is really high. So the only way I'm going to get her is either if she's going to be re-released or if the pre-owned section's prices just goes down by a lot. Her price was really nice when she was released, so hopefully she'll be released again so that I can get her. I mean, the colors on her, I really love the color scheme. I don't always love it when they place very dark colors on a figure, but this figure has really light colors and I really like it with the blue fading out to the pink. I think that looks really nice. And of course, this figure won't be Saber without her sword. That would be, it looks like it's a bit transparent. Wow, I love that effect. I think it is a really nice effect. She has her little tuft of hair. One thing I'm worrying about is that might snap off when I open her up, so I just have to be really careful. But the rest of her looks really nice. She has a little bow here. I really love bows. So you'll see almost all of the figures on my wish list is of figures of girls with bows everywhere. I really, really love bows. I think they did nice. I know that I have realized that all the kimonos, many of the kimonos and yukata figures and Aragaki figures, has this seam line. I think that it's normal, so I don't really have a big issue with it if it's normal. I don't really care about seam lines that much. On hair, if they stand out on hair too much, it can be a bit of a problem. But on clothing, meh, not too big of a deal for me. I think her hair is sculpted really nice. To be honest, I really like Saber with her hair loose because I think it looks much nicer. And I just love figures with their hair out. But I mean, this is her normal hairstyle, so they had to do this because otherwise it just wouldn't be Saber. So they're just following instructions, you can say. I think she really looks really nice. I don't know what her base looks like, but I don't think her base is too bad. I think I have seen it, and I don't think it's too bad. Love the little details on her Aragaki. They really tried to put a lot of effort into it, and that's why I really like these kind of figures, because you can see they really did try to put in a lot of effort, and that's why you pay the money for their effort. Really beautiful face. I don't have a problem with the face. I really don't have a problem. Really nice face. It does look like Saber. If you see this figure, you'll know it's Saber. Oh, looks like that she has I can't remember her name. I can't remember her name. I don't think I'll be getting her. I don't... Her Aragaki doesn't stand out as much as Saber's, but I think they're supposed to go together. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. So Alana, if you're thinking about getting this, or if you just really like it, I would say that you're right. This is a really cool figure. Okay, so let's move on to the others. Wait, yes, let's first look at a bit of pictures, so that we just can get a sense of how she came out. Wow, I really love how they take these beautiful scenic photos. Oh, she looks nice. The hair looks really detailed. I don't really see any flaws in the hair, and I have to say that the hair is one of the most important parts of a figure, in my opinion. So if they nail the hair, they nail everything. But because the hair is the one bit of a figure you can easily mess up on. Wow. Now, it looks like she came out really nice. So I can understand why the price is so high, because people obviously probably really wanted to get this figure, so it raised in popularity. So hopefully she gets a re-release so that I can buy her. Okay. Let's get to Alana's next few suggestions. She also suggested Seragaki Ayoba. I know that she suggested a few male figures as well. I don't collect male figures, and I don't think I ever will. I don't know, they just don't stand out to me as much as the girls. So I just wanted to say that, but some of the male figures really does look nice. So if you're thinking about getting a male figure like this one, I can see this one will be really detailed, then go for it. He's manufactured by Orange Rouge. I don't really know the company. But perhaps they're okay. 1/8 scale. For 1/8 scale, he's rather tall, so it will be a good 1/8 scale. Wow, his price is insane. Don't know why his price is that much. It may be because he's so detailed, and maybe because of his height, but wow, and his accessories. But that is a lot of money, and I don't really know the company, so I can't really tell if it's going to be like an alter. Is it like an alter company, or is it more like a freeing fat company kind of quality? So we'll see. He's going to be released, or he should be released in December. So for those of you that pre-ordered him, hopefully he'll get to your doorstep on time, or when they say he will. Really detailed. I love the color scheme. I mean, if this was the color scheme on a girl figure, I probably would have placed her on my wish list, because I really love this color scheme. The purple, the blue, the white. I really love it. The accessories is also cute. I love the little dog with his little shoes. It's so adorable. I don't really know this character. I don't know him at all, but I must say he looks like a real gentleman. With the horse, that's probably I'm making the assumption that this is his base. That this is the base that he will be placed in the box with rather plain, but with a chest piece. It does make him stand out a bit more, and the chest piece doesn't really take away the attention from the figure. So I think it's a really nice touch. I love all the details in his clothing. I think that's really nice, and the purple kind of transparency, the chrome kind of colors. I think it is really nice. Okay, here he is in the prototype before he was painted phase, and here's the original illustration. The hat, yeah, really nice details, a lot of feathers. You can see feathers everywhere. The face, I really like the face. For a male figure, I think they did a really good job with the face. The hair also looks really detailed with every strand. You can really see they tried to put in a lot of effort with that. Here's a downward shot. His mouth does look a little bit weird, but nothing too serious. Nothing too serious. I think he's kind of like in a shrugging pose, like I am the man or something like that. So I think that is the kind of thing they were trying to go for. And yeah, I think they achieved that. It looks a teeny bit weird, but not really an issue. If you look at the prototype, I can't really see any mistakes. Of course, the prototypes differ from the final products a lot. The doggy also looks really nicely sculpted. Don't really see any flaws. Really cute. I wonder if you can remove the hat. The figure won't be the same without the hat. So if you can remove it, if I were to get this figure, which I'm not, but if I were, I would definitely display him with the hat if the hat is removable. Really nice detail. I'm trying to see if I can get... Okay, there they just want to show you how tall it is. It is a rather tall figure for a 1/8 scale. I just want to see his back. Oh, he has a ponytail. Okay. The ponytail is done nicely. As you can see, they also try to put in a little bit more effort with the shading from darker blue to a bit more of a lighter blue, almost to white. And I think that's a really nice touch. I really love his jacket. Really nice jacket. I don't know if I love the feathers that much, but I think this character is perhaps known for that. So without it, it just wouldn't be Ayoba. So, and I think the feathers look really nice. You can definitely see it is feathers, but they didn't try to make it boring. They tried to put in a little bit more edge. So yeah, beautiful scenic picture. So yeah, if you're really a fan of Ayoba and you want to perhaps complete a collection, the price is a bit steep. So I would say if you really love this character, then it will be worth it. I still have to get an Orange Rouge figure. I don't know if Orange Rouge is known for sculpting male figures. Perhaps they are. So I don't know if I'll ever be getting a figure from them. But if you do get this figure, or if you no, we can't have this figure. It hasn't been released yet. But if you do get this figure, I would look on MFC and see what the people's opinion is on him. So then I'll know what Orange Rouge's quality is like. Okay, let's move on to the next suggestion, also from Alana. And this one is Mikleo. Mikleo. This is also, I think this is also a male. Yes, this is also a male figure. And I've actually seen him before. And I've seen him on the opening of Tales of Zestiria. I haven't watched this anime yet, so I don't know who he is, but I have seen him before. And he is rather cute. Won't be getting him because he's a male figure, but I must say he is rather cute. Oh, he's from Alta, so it should be a really good quality figure. I don't see a price here. Don't see a price. I think he's rather new because they also don't really have a month yet for the release date. It's supposed to come out this year. I don't think you should count on that too much because I don't understand why they don't have a month yet. So my opinion is I don't think that he will be released this year. So there isn't much figures of him. So I'm just going to try and look at this one photo. Really love his base. Really nice base. You can really see all the details in it, all the cracks. It does look like rock. So there's no doubt about that. His hair looks really nice. I really like white hair. I don't know why, but I really like white hair. His eyes also looks really cool. I love that they made it big, but I think that it's because the character has big eyes. So I love the big eyes. His color scheme is also really nice. I really love blue and white color schemes. I think it fits together really nicely. And his little accessory, it's a bit plain, but this is probably what the character uses, so you can't really do anything about that. It is what it is. Really love his jacket with all the little straps. Since this is Alter, I'm not questioning their quality at all. I think it will be really nice quality. His shoes look really shiny. I wouldn't say this is a plain figure, but it isn't really on the detailed side. He is wearing a rather plain costume or suit, but that just means that perhaps the price wouldn't be that bad. It is an Alter figure, so the price would probably be around, if I had to guess, around 14,000 yen. So because he's not that detailed, hopefully it wouldn't be more than that, or hopefully it will be less than that. So yeah, I can't wait to see when this figure is going to be released. If he's going to be released, I will be keeping my eye on him, and we'll look at what other people say about him. But yeah, not too bad figure. Not for me, but not too bad. It's an Alter figure, so I would say go for it. I don't know the price, so if the price comes out and it's a really nice price, and I would say yes, go for it. Okay, Alana also suggested Michie Nanaki. When I first saw this, my first reaction was, "Aw, it just looks so adorable." I think I have seen this figure before. In the pre-order section, yes. It's supposed to be released in July, supposedly. So hopefully, if you pre-ordered her, she'll be there. I hope this is a girl figure. Looks like it. She's by Freeing, and she's a 1/8 scale. She's rather tall. Since she's laying down, I was actually thinking that she would be a rather small figure. But now that I look at her size, 20 centimeters is rather tall. So, yeah, for a 1/8 scale, she looks as if she'll be big enough. The price, a really nice price, but it's Freeing. So I don't think their quality is always right up there, not like Alter. So I can understand the price. Now, if we look at her a bit closer, yeah, she is rather plain. And the base, I can see, I think this is the base that will be used. It's supposed to be like a grass effect. It doesn't look too bad. And the little creature thingy that's with her, I don't know this character at all, so I don't know what the creature thingy is that's with her. But yeah, I don't know what's he trying to do. Looks like he's trying to eat something. And I don't know if this is part of her body, but I think it is. Looks like she's like a half fox, half wolf. I'm not really sure. But I love the sleeping face. I think her skin's color is a bit weird, but I think it's because she's half animal. so it's just to fit in with that. Yeah, I don't really like it that much. As I said before, I don't really like too much fur on a figure. This is crossing that boundary, so I won't be getting this. I'm not really sure what that is. I think it's part of the other animal that's lying beneath her. Yeah, she is a rather plain figure. I feel like they could have just dropped the price a bit because it's just a bit too plain. The hair looks nicely done. Just be careful. It looks like there can be a bit of seams there. The ears looks nicely done. It doesn't look as if the ears have just been like popped on. It actually looks like it is a part of her head. The clothes that she has on looks as if it can be nicely done. I don't really like the seam lines right over here. It looks like they tried just to add a few pieces here and there. It doesn't look like it's molded together. So yeah, this isn't really a figure for me. I do personally feel that like the quality can be lacking here, but if you really do like the character, the price isn't too bad, and she isn't too small either. With 20 centimeters in height, I don't think she will be that small. So if you really do want her, yeah, get her. I don't know this character, so I won't be getting her, but Alana, if you really like her and she's perhaps on your wish list, go for it. The next one Alana suggested is Ewing. This is also a guy figure, so I won't be getting him. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. He is manufactured by Hobbymax. I'm not 100% sure what their quality is like. I think I do know a few figures of them, but I'm not really sure what they're like. He is really tall. He's 1/8 scale, but he is really tall, and I think you can see why, because of his space. So he is really tall. So he will be a space hogger. I can tell you that right now. I don't know if you'll be able to put him in a D12. Perhaps I don't know the height that D12's cabinets are, the shelves. So perhaps you're going to have to put him right on the top of the D12. But if you can get a nice spot for him, then there's no worries. He should be released in November. So for those of you that pre-ordered him, hopefully, keep fingers crossed. Really nice price. I think this is a really nice price. For his height, for the details on him, a really nice price. So if you want this, yeah, going to go take a further look at him. But if you don't really care about my opinions, then get him. Really nice price. I love the wings. I actually really want a figure with angel wings like this. Not a guy figure, a girl figure. Just for a bit of more variety in my collection. So I really love angel wings. His face. I haven't seen the anime at all. I don't know this character. But his face doesn't look too bad. It looks as if he's thinking, like the thinker. So I think his face, it fits the situation. It's like he's sitting on a ledge and just thinking about life. The hair looks really nicely sculpted. It doesn't just look like a big patch of chunky hair. They actually tried to place in a bit more strands and make it a bit more swirly, put a bit more detail into it. Clothes, looks as if it really nice details, all the wrinkles, really love the color scheme. The base, personally I would be afraid this might become a leaner, but it looks really sturdy. I mean, the stand, it is rather thick, so I think it will be able to take his weight, to support his weight. A rather plain disc, but nobody will be looking at that. Everybody's eyes will be fixed on Ewing, or you. All the other little details also look really nicely done. I don't really have any problems there. His back, you won't really be looking at him from the back, so it doesn't really matter what the back looks like. But even the back, really detailed with all the little folds. His dress, or not his dress, his robe, or yeah, what he's wearing, flowing behind him. And I really love these angel wings. I think if he was a girl figure and not too mature, I think I would have gotten him or her. Yeah, I think this will be a really good quality. Here you can see the face a bit closer. Yes, the face looks really nice. I don't know this character, so I don't know his personality, but it does seem fitting. He doesn't look like a little boy, he's a man, so the face really fits him. Really, as I said before, really good quality in his hair, really good details. So the prototype does look really nice. It does look really nice. Of course, it hasn't been released yet, so we don't know what the end product will look like. But I think if you had to take a gamble, I would say take the risk. I think it would be worth it. Alana did send one more suggestion, and this one is on my wish list. Yay! She's also on my wish list, and I really love the Alter Love Live line. I really love it. I think it looks so detailed. It looks so good. So I'm really excited to start collecting these. I think I'm going to get Kotori, the Alter Kotori, next. I think I'm going to buy her next. So yeah, I'm really excited. So Alana, good taste here. She's manufactured by Alter. Rin is manufactured by Alter. And so she will be really good quality. There's no doubt about that. So she will be worth the money. Of course, Alter's prices are really high, but she's a 1/7 scale, so I feel this price is worth it. She's supposed to be released in March. So I don't really, for me, I'm not pre-ordering yet because of my lack of funds. But if you have pre-ordered her, I really hope she'll arrive because I really want to see her. I really want to see what the end product will look like of her. I really want to. So let's take a closer look at Rin Hoshizora. First off, I really, really love her stockings. I love the little flowers on them, and I don't really care if it's brown. It almost gives you that kind of boot feeling, like it's a boot, a leather boot, but it's not. It's stockings. So I actually really, really like it. I love all the little flowers in it, all the little bows. A bow here, a bow here, a bow here. I just really love bows. It looks like there's a bow on her stockings as well, and I just love that, and I love the detail on her. I really like the sort of masquerade. It looks like, for me, it looks like she's in a masquerade. Like, what do you call it? Like when they a marching band kind of costume. I really like this, or it's a military type costume. I don't know what you want to call it, but I really like it. I really love the color scheme. It like goes from white, and then the sleeves is pink. I think it really fits in nicely, also with the blue. One thing I have that I want to complain about this is that I don't really like short-haired figures that much. She's Rin. She does have short hair, so I can't. I mean, they can't help it. But I don't really like short hair. But the costume, this just does it for me so much. So I really don't mind the short hair. It doesn't matter. Rin's face really fits her personality. Very cheery, very bubbly. So the face is done perfectly, and also the little details in her eyes done perfectly. I'm also this one on the left is also on my Hanayo. She's also on my wish list. I like her more than Rin, but I feel like I have to get the pair together. I want all 8 girls together of this altar line. So I do want all of them. But back to Rin. I would just want a back picture of her a bit closer. Okay, I think this will be good enough. If you look here, yes, I really like the little flowers on them. They really did try to put in as much detail as possible. I love the little cherry blossoms on her dress. The underskirt looks really nicely done. I really don't question Alter's capabilities to make this a really nice figure. So yeah, I don't really have much to say. I think she's awesome. I think she will be a perfect buy if you really like Love Live, and if you really love Alter figures and just love cute girls with cute little dresses, then this is definitely a figure for you. I highly recommend this. Okay, moving on to the next person. It is Skillet. He also left me a few suggestions, and I think this next one is a bit not safe for work. So, I don't know, sorry guys, but I'm going to put my safe for work option on. Just to make sure that everybody feels comfortable watching this video. But if you really do want me to show a bit more, just say so in the comments, and I'll try to change that up. Okay, so this is Shamsiel Shahal. From the get-go, not my kind of figure, so I won't be getting her. She is from Lechery. I don't know the manufacturer at all. I don't know if they do good quality, bad quality. I don't have a clue. Looks like she was released 2 times. Once in 2013 and once in 2014. So her price is really good. Let's see what her price is in the aftermarket. Still reasonable, still reasonable. I like to take a look at Solaris Japan's prices. So I think this is a very decent price. For a 1/8 scale, she is not that tall, but for the price, I think it's fine. I think it would still be worth it if you really like this character. Looking into more detail, I really don't like figures with horns. I would never get a figure with horns. I just don't like it. A personal thing. And her pose looks a bit too alluring or too sexual in my opinion. So it's not for me. But guys, if this is your type of thing, then go for it. I don't judge. The boots look really nicely done. This leg of her looks a bit weird. It looks a bit deformed. But she's like half demon or something. So I guess it fits. Maybe she's extremely flexible. But I love the gloss on this boot. Love the high heels. This I can tell you now. This is cast offable. I have seen it when I put off my safe for work option. She is rather not plain, but the clothes she is wearing doesn't have that lot of detail, so the chances of them making paint flaws is slim. So I don't think you have to worry about that. Her rings also look nice. Perhaps it could have been a bit bigger, but if they were a bit bigger, they would have been more of a space hog. So perhaps it's a good thing that they aren't that big. Her face looks fine to me. I love the big eyes. The little birthmark on her cheek. Looks like a birthmark. I hope that is not like a... No, I don't think it's a dirty spot. Her hair also looks really nicely done. From the back, yeah. The hair looks okay. It has all the strands it needs. Nothing special really. Her tail comes out of her collarbone. It looks like not her collarbone. Her spine, right over here. It does look a bit weird, as if you can just pop it right in. It doesn't look as if it's flowing out of her spine, I think, like it's supposed to. So that is a bit of a weird detail. But the rest looks so fine. Her wings look a bit transparent, so that is a nice detail. I think this is illustrations is based on, not precisely, but a bit like the clothes and the stuff is what she's based on. I really love these pictures. When I saw these pictures, I almost got excited because I always wanted to find a video or photos of the figure making process. And here they actually took a few photos. And as you can see, it looks like her head is removable. If you look right here, it looks like her head is removable. Perhaps other parts as well, like her top. But yes, it looks like her head is removable, which is nice. And they're making quite a lot of her. So it's nice that we can see a bit of that process. Here she is in the containers, ready to be packaged, I think. Here she is before she was painted. As you can see, there's a bit of a seam line. So I hope in the final product they will try to hide that seam line as best they can, just for a better quality figure. Here we can see a bit more of her back. Like I said, it just looks like it's just sticked on the wings as well, but perhaps what else could they do? So yeah, not a figure for me, but I mean, if you really do like this character, or you really dislike the figure, I still think she's worth it because currently she is at a really good price. So I would say get her, yeah, if anyone else wants her. I know that I think Skillet already owns her, so if anyone else wants her, get her. Okay, the next one he suggested is Rin Hoshizora from ACG. I don't know the manufacturer. Wow, there's a lot of manufacturers in this list that I don't know about. I should perhaps start reading up on them a bit more. She is from Shidonia no Kishi, and she's a 1/8 scale, and she's a bit short. She is a bit short. She's not that big. So the price, she also doesn't really have that much details if I look at her real quick, so the price may be a bit steep for some people. For me it is. I'm not going to get this figure, I can say right now. Not my type of figure. And the price, meh. But let's look at her in more detail. This is a really interesting figure. Not my type of figure, no. First of all, she is a bit too exposed in my opinion. I don't want figures that are too exposed. Not just because I'm living with my parents, but also because I just don't like it too much. I love the little heart they're making with the clothes she's wearing. It's like she's trying to sculpt things with her own clothes. I think that's okay. But I don't like it that she looks almost like a monster type thing. I don't really like it. I don't like it. Like, it looks as if she's wearing lava. So personally, I don't like it. I don't know if this is something that the character has worn in the anime. I've never seen it. I don't know this character. So I don't know if it's something that she usually wears. But all the little details, like the thing around her hand, that is fine. That looks nice. But the overall costume, I don't really like. Her hair, I also like this type of hair. Her face looks fine. I don't really have a problem with that. So yes, here's the illustration. Yeah, it looks like the face looks a bit different than in the illustration. I think the mouth looks a bit weird, but the rest is really faithful to the illustration. So yeah, the face looks alright. The hair, meh. It just looks like a big clump of hair. But I think it's because she is a short-haired girl, so they probably couldn't have done anything more. You can see a really big seam line right here. So that is a bit bothersome. But they can't really hide it because she doesn't have a hat or anything, so can't really blame them there. It's hard to hide it. Yeah. Yeah, not that much details in the back of her hair, especially the top of her head. Just smooth. So yeah, not really much to say about this figure. She is elevated a bit, so I think they did try to make her a bit taller, but even then she is still rather small, still rather short. But I think it's because also her legs are a bit bent. She does have these little marks on her side. There's something bitter or something. So yeah, it doesn't look like the best quality. Especially because of these, but because her dress looks so bubbly and everything, it does look like a lot of mistakes are made. So you can't really, you don't know if it's a mistake or if it's a part of the dress or the costumes she's wearing. But yeah, not a figure for me. But if you really do like the anime or the character, then yeah, go for her. Why not? I will never tell you guys not ever to get a figure. I mean, everybody has their own tastes. Then Tharglet also suggests Ayanami Rei. Yeah, I think this is a prize figure. Yes, this is a prize figure by Sega. But for a prize, she still has a scale. So for a prize figure, she still has a scale. This is the first time I'm seeing this. So she's from Sega and she's from the anime Shinseki Evangelion. I haven't seen this yet. This is a mermaid version of her. I don't know the character, but I do know a lot of people are collecting figures of her. But I don't know the character, and I don't know the anime. The only other mermaid type of figure I have seen is Super Sonico. It's a bit hard to see in this picture, but we'll try our best. I love the little turtle. The base also looks fine. I think it would have been better if it was a bit darker. Here the rock. I don't know if it looks cheap, but nah, it's a prize figure, so I just have to keep in mind this is a prize figure. So they won't put that much effort into it. I really love the tail, I must say. I really love the tail. I don't really love scales that much, so I'm really glad they didn't put in any scales. As you can see, it's very smooth. And I love the fact that it goes from dark blue to very light blue, almost transparent. I really like this, and I think this is a really nice touch, especially for a prize figure. She's a rather thin girl. I also realized I don't really like figures that are too thin. I want them to have a bit more skin, a bit more meat on their bones. So yeah, looks like she's holding a shell or something in her hand. It looks nice accessories. I'm going to see if I can get a bit other pictures of her so we can just try to see her in a bit more detail, because it's hard for me to see her face right now. Not the best lighting, but it's fine. Her bra top is a bit small, but then again, she's not really a big-breasted girl, so it's not really a problem. I love these little accessories here on her belt, really nicely done. Her face, for a prize figure, doesn't look too bad. The hair looks really detailed as well. I love the transparency bits. It looks really, really nice. Let's see if I really want a picture of her from the back. So let's see if we can get a picture from her from the back so we can see her more detailed. Oh, I just want a bit more of her face, and then we can go to the back. Her face here in this shot, her face does look a bit wide, but perhaps that's just how the character looks. I won't know. I don't know who this figure is, who this character is, but yeah. I love the little details here. Since it's a prize figure, expect little paint flaws like here, and on her necklace perhaps. And also don't expect her hair to be perfect. But I must say that it does look as if they tried to put in a little bit more effort into a prize figure. So kudos to them for that. Okay, from the back. Here she is from the back. Wow, she does look really nice from the back. You can see her wings sticking out. Yeah, her hair looks alright for a prize figure. As you can see there, it looks as if they went a little bit of paint transfer on the hair accessory that she's wearing, or I don't really know what that is, but it looks like a hair accessory. And I really love this. Looks really nicely done, really nicely sculpted. I love the transparency. It really fits for a C-type scenario. So I think that is done really well. So yeah, if you really like this character, if you love Rei, if you love the anime, and price figures are usually not a bad price at all. See, look at what these people are charging. This is really nice price for nice prices. I know Mandarake is a really nice place for price figures, so if you really want this figure, try to get her on places like Mandarake, and I can guarantee you'll find her for a really good price. So yeah, if you want her, get her. I'm not stopping you at all. Not for me, but for you perhaps. Target also suggested Skillet Sega Saturn. Okay, this is one of the figures that actually stood out to me in a really good way. I don't know if I'll add her to my wish list. I'll think about it. But yeah, when I saw her for the first time, she looked really good. She's from Sega Hard Girls. Don't know the character, don't know the anime. I really have to start catching up on my anime. I haven't watched many, like a lot. I missed out on a lot, but I'll try to catch up. She's from Freeing, so not a too bad company, not the best company, but she's alright. To one-night scale, I think she's a rather small girl, so she's not that tall. But it's not too small. She was released in 2016, so she is already released, and her price tag not too bad. Not too bad. In the aftermarket, let's see. So her price has gone down a lot. So if you really like this character, she will definitely be worth that price, I'll say. First off, I really love the fact that they gave her 2 eye colors. It just adds a bit more variety in your collection if you have a character with 2 different eye colors. It just stands out a bit more. Her hair, she does look like like a technical type girl. So the fact that her hair isn't like all the strands are loose and like flowing, perhaps that's the reason. It's almost like she's like technical and perfect. So perhaps that's the reason why her hair isn't sculpted outwards or like different strands flowing in the wind. I know I said a few times that I don't like it when they're too exposed, but this is not really a problem for me. Mainly because she's not big-breasted, so you can't really see any breasts there, but also because she is wearing this transparent type cloak, so she does look clothed at least. Really love these ribbons, really love the blue chrome color, really stands out. I love the little things in her hand. Not too detailed, but for not too detailed pieces, still done really well. So yeah, not a lot of detail on this figure, but that would explain the price. But still, I'm not someone that only collects detailed figures. I collect any type of figures that look cute to me. Sorry, that looks cute to me. That looks worth collecting. Sorry, my voice is fading out a bit. That looks worth collecting. So I would say, yes, buy her. I think she's really worth it. I don't think there's any issues with this figure. Well, I think Fring can sometimes have a bit of quality issues. But in this instance, I would say she looks quite fine. Her eyes, it looks like they tried to put in a bit more sparkles into her eyes. So that is a really nice touch. She doesn't have an open mouth or anything. So she is it is rather a plain little mouth, but I don't really have a problem with it. It looks quite fine to me. So yeah, I might add this figure to my wish list, but I'm not sure yet. I will think about it. Perhaps. Perhaps. Perhaps next time when you see my wish list, you'll see her in my collection too. Okay, the last suggestion, and then I will be ending this because this has been going on for quite some time. So I'll try to make this quick and not waste you guys' time. Okay, this is Etna from Makai Senki this Gaia. I don't know how to pronounce that. I haven't watched this anime yet. Or, as you guys know, I'm like way behind on the animes. Okay, I'm just going to go drink a bit of water and then I'll be back. So I'm just going to pause this real quick. But then I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, it looks like allergies are affecting me a bit. I don't know, it just suddenly happened. But I'm back and let's continue with this. So this will be the last figure we look at. And this is Etna from Makai Senki this guy, like I tried to pronounce before. And she's from Max Factory, which I heard is a really good company. I know they made Mikuzuken, and I really love Mikuzuken. I haven't gotten her yet, but I'm thinking about asking my parents to get her for my 21st. So hopefully she'll be not in my wish list in a few months, but she'll be in my ordered category and in my own category later on. This is a 1/7 scale, and for a 1/7 scale, 21 centimeters, it's rather small. But I think this is a small character, so it makes sense. And she's rather old. She was released in 2006, and her price is super low. This is a really low price. I don't know what she's in aftermarket. Here someone says she's 3,000 yen, which is an extremely good price. It's about $30 if I have to guess. We don't work with dollars in my country in South Africa. We work with South African rand. So it's about 300 rand if I have to guess, $30 around there. So yeah, really, really good price. If we look at her a bit more detail, yeah, I'm not my type of figure, so I won't be getting her. Mainly because I don't like the bat wings and the tail and elf ears. I mean, there are a lot of characters that really do have nice dresses and a nice face, but then they have elf ears, and it just isn't my thing. Perhaps I'll get over that in a few years. Perhaps I'll get over that, but I don't know. I don't really know this character. Her outfit also isn't really my thing. I feel like the top she's wearing is just a bit too small, looks a bit disproportionate. Like her breasts are really small and doesn't really fit in with her entire body. I also realized I don't really love leather outfits that much, and this looks very leathery. Leather boots are fine, but leather outfits, not really my thing. Her hair looks very funky, and her eyes look extremely big. Too big. Too big in my opinion, but also nice. I think this is what the character looks like, so if this is what the character looks like, then what else could the figure companies have done? So I really love the details on this figure. It looks like there's a lot of shading in the hair, so that is a really good thing. So yeah, if you really love this character, you just get a picture from her from the back. If you really love this character, I mean, it looks like her wings are different colors of the rainbow. It looks like it's going from blue to red and everything. Oh, there's just 2 pictures. And her tail too. Looks like her tail is very, very colorful. Interesting. I did not notice that before. So yeah, if you really like this character, it looks like she will be really good quality. I mean, Max Factory, really, their quality is up there. I've listened to other people talk about them, and their quality really is up there. Her base also looks really nice. For the price, I would say she is worth it. So if you really love Etna, then get her. I'm not one to stop you. Okay, I did want to talk about some of my own figures, but this has been going on for too long and I don't want it to go past an hour, and I think it almost has. Let me just go check. Wait. Yeah, almost an hour. That's quite long. But I'm going to end it here right now. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this, the first episode of Figure Chat. Sorry for my allergy thing. Hopefully the next time it will be under control and won't suddenly happen. But yeah, can't be avoided. But love you guys. Bye. Hope to see you in the next episode, which I will try to post as quickly as possible. Bye.